Hello, and welcome to the produce department at Ginos Garden. Today is day 30 from the seedlings being planted, and we're going to take a view to the garden real quick and give you a little overview. I'm in front of the dill right now, and this dill is flowering. It looks very pretty, and it smells pretty good. Man. Now what I'm going to do is go grab the camera, and we're going to take a little walk around the garden real quick just to show you the height of everything. As we grow, every 10 days, I'm going to show you the height. There's a lot of things going on with the garden. So let me grab the camera. Now, what you're looking at right now, I call that farm TV. You can't get it any better than this. So let me get my hand on the camera here so we're not bouncing around, and what we're going to do is we're going to check out the first row. This is the acorn squash, that first row right next to the brick, and as you can see, it is popping out of the ground. Now we have wood next to it. I use that to walk on, plus keep the weeds down. I know I repeat myself on some videos, but in case for newcomers, but this is all cucumbers, and these cucumbers are going to take over where our broccoli and our Brussels sprouts are right now. And as you can see, I've been cutting the broccoli, and I've been feeding that to the rabbits. Okay, so you can't get it any more organic than that. What comes out of here they eat, and I put their waste right back in here. And as I was trimming, I just happened to see a brand new broccoli starting. So we're gonna maybe keep an eye on this one. But we're gonna come on over here now to the Brussels sprouts. They are 54 inches high. And we're gonna take a quick glance here while we're here. Might as well. You can see them, they're growing right on the stalk. So, looking good. And our asparagus bed, that I cut every day. Fill up a jar at the end of the week, plenty of asparagus. They keep coming up. Here's one right here, looks like it could be cut. And then if you let them go again, they turn into ferns. Two enjoyments. Now we're going to go down here to the first row of tomatoes. These are Better Boy tomatoes. And if you remember on the first video, the tomatoes were below the plastic. Look at them. They're popping out. The rabbit poop does wonders. Now, these are bought cages. I just added some wire on top, but I did reinforce these bought cages with some rebar, okay, and some zip ties. And that's down about a foot, because these tomatoes get so big they get top heavy from the rabbit poop. This is after 30 days. And this is the one, if you all remember, that got clipped by a bird, and it's starting to come back. So we're praying for that one. Again, I know you see the plastic around there. I just use that for insurance in case a storm comes in. No storm this year, so it wasn't a waste of time, and it wasn't that much money. So I call it, it's just for insurance, because as you can see on this last one, it's doing fine without the plastic. Now, if you remember, the last four here are red peppers on both rows, and at the end of every row, I have a sunflower growing up, so it's going to look very pretty. Now we're going to go down this row here, pepper plants, and then we have 4 yellow peppers. Let me get down here a little bit. They are starting actually to bud. So we are going to have flowers soon. The rest of these are all jalapenos, and I can't wait for those. Now we're going to do a quick spin, because we're back at the broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Now, we do have a little less growth right here, so it is a concern. These are the purple beans. Now, we only have 9 of them that are up, we're starting to get weeds. I was hoping the plant would grow and keep the weeds down, so I did put a little mulch over everything. But I did plant some more seeds, so we're going to see how this row does. Like I said, there's only 9 purple beans. Remember, gardening's supposed to be fun. You learn every year. So, over here, again, we have the sunflower on the end, and look at the squash. It's going to be as high as my knee and will not see the brick or the wood when they grow. It's going to be filled up, this garden, because the next row is the zucchini, and it's looking pretty. You remember these? These were seedlings. One pack, I think, was $1.50 for each row. Look at all that. Sunflower at the end. Now here we have a baby sunflower just coming out a little late. But on this row we have a lot of greenery. Check it out. That is all radishes, all the thick green row. But next to it, the thinner green row, that is all carrots. Okay? And then after that, it's beets. So it's a little bit bigger leaves. These are beets halfway down the row. So we have a little mixture. But everything's looking great after 30 days. All right, we're going to come over to my favorite, are the grape tomatoes. They grow just like grapes, like a vine. So you have to build the cage like a vine. So I'm going to get down. If you all remember on the first video, they were lower than the plastic. Now look at them. And this is only 30 days. They're going to grow all the way up to 6 to 8 feet. There's 18 of them. We're going to walk down this path. It's going to be a jungle by June. They're looking healthy, and they even have flowers on them. Let's take a look at a couple here. Some more flowers inside. There we go. So we're going to have tons of tomatoes. I have a local restaurant in town that uses our tomatoes for salads. And on the back row I have sunflowers, and all the other greenery is basil with a little grass. But we have a couple volunteer tomatoes in the ground. And I saw one, I was walking down here this morning, and here's a volunteer tomato. It just came up on its own from last year. Right there. So let's see what happens to that. And at the end is another sunflower. And over here, this bed used to be our herb garden, so a lot of herbs grow in this bed no matter what. You don't even need to plant cilantro or basil. It comes up on its own. But starting at the bricks, the first row is all onions. And then those pots that are raised up, the plastic is cut off the bottom, they're all strawberries. And we do have some strawberries occurring underneath. There's a flower. And up top, we have a strawberry starting right there. And then there is more onions and carrots. These are 2 eggplants. In Italian, that's called moulignan. I know I repeated myself on another video of that, but knowledge is power. And all this here is the dill and the lettuce from last year. I saved it in the ground. Just planted it somewhere else. So, happy gardening from the produce department at Ginos Garden. Ciao, baby.